5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network, and also on our American Forces Network, and also on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports. It's a Monday. We just got through a wild and wacky weekend. We got a lot to talk about. One of them is, you don't get to say this very often, but a Belichick crucial blunder. Something I don't know what was going through his mind, but I'm going to be joined, as always, with my two co-hosts, Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. And I know when they come on the screen after their NFL Sundays, they're going to look like they're doing Pepsodent commercials. 4-0-1 and 4-0, needing Minnesota today. Guys, did you guys back up the truck yet?
In terms of what, for next week or this past week?
I mean, you went 4-0-1. Really, you went 5-0 because everybody could have got Navy plus 7.5. Went up to 9 on game time. So you're a 5-0. Rick's 4-0, and I think you got the Vikes tonight, right? I mean, Seattle. You got Seattle. Yeah. That's not really 9-0 because we're all on Denver. You guys should have just buried everybody in Bismarck, North Dakota, right?
San Fran, I think, was the play that we all shared. But yeah, it was another good week, and been a good year. I wish that whenever you have a big week like this, I guess the biggest regret is you always wish you had bet more on the plays. But I'll take it. It was a good week, and looking forward to another. I like the board. I already like this week's board. I'm kind of excited about this week. Now for our pick'em contest, I guess college and NFL is in play this week, or do we have to? We can use bowl games in our contest. Sure. I assume, right?
Sure, you can. Okay. Maybe we should move it up to like a Tuesday so we get more bowl games on that are throughout the week. You know what I mean? Because when we do it on Fridays, we kind of lose out a bunch of bowl games.
Let's kick it around. Sure.
You guys, when we come back, we got a great show. We're going to talk picks, how to make some money this week. A lot of our great stuff. We're also going to talk about this terrible call by Belichick. That looked like one of those bad college calls there towards the end at a crucial time. But guys, we got to take a time out. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Fifth Street Sports. Stay tuned.
Are you wasting hundreds of dollars each year on contact lenses? Would you like to be able to see clearly again without reading glasses? Make the smart choice with IQ Laser Vision. Their team has performed over 150,000 LASIK and SMILE procedures, and with 11 locations on the West Coast and special out-of-town packages, there is a solution just right for you. See why they have a 5-star rating on Yelp. Check out IQLaserVision.com. That's IQLaserVision.com.
IQ Laser Vision.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low Cost Airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531. It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
Is your job sucking the life out of you? Wake up. You can do something else. Information technology. I know what you're thinking, but I'm not a math and science person. No problem and no excuses, because it's not rocket science. It's My Computer Career. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You can start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. mycomputercareer.edu. That's mycomputercareer.edu.
Welcome back to Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. You can also find us on Twitter at Fifth Street Sports and on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. All right, guys, we had a wild and wacky weekend. You know, I just looked up at the stats. Did you know that when the Patriots had the ball, 4th and goal, I think on the Miami 2-yard line with, I think it was less than 30 seconds to play, the percentages of the Patriots winning at that point were 99.9. Now, how does Belichick not go for it there? Please explain to me a blunder like this that I think a high school coach could have made that play.
The game was full of blunders, but yeah, that was that'll go down as one of the biggest blunders of the year. I had a New England -2 and 1.5, but a lot of -2 in teasers. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, this really stinks. It's going to land 2, and I'm going to push. And I thought I had caught one of the biggest breaks when they went up by 5, only to live through a nightmare of what happened next. Go ahead and explain to everyone what happened with the end of the Patriots game, Rick.
Well, like you said, Frank, that was a tremendous blunder on Belichick's part. It reminds me of something that Oregon would do. I can only see any of the former Oregon coaches or current Oregon coaching staff doing the same thing that Belichick did. Why would you go up 5 with 25 seconds left? You're up 2. You have the ball up there, like 1.5 yard line. Why would you go up 5 and potentially let them have a big kickoff return? Maybe a penalty,
or a block
ball
kick,
like close to midfield, kick it out of bounds, a block kick. I mean, of course, you go for it there. There's probably a better than 50% chance you're going to make it. And, you win by 9. And if you don't make it, okay, you leave them with the ball at their own 1 yard line, down 2 instead of 5 with about 25 seconds to 30 seconds left on the clock. Well, guess what? They're not kicking a field goal anyway. They're not going to get inside the 40-yard line to kick a field goal. They're just hoping and praying to get to somehow Hail Mary range and maybe get to within their own 40 or 45-yard line and throw a Hail Mary. And even that's going to pretty much be almost impossible because they have no timeouts. So they're going to have to go 40 to 50 yards with no timeouts in 20 seconds just to be able to do that. So, I mean, this is one thing the Patriots just don't mess up, like we always talk about these foolish college teams.
I just don't get it. With 25 seconds left, and then the Dolphins would have had if they don't make it, you're right. The Dolphins get the ball on their 1 or 2 yard line with no timeouts. That means any play that gets stopped on the field, forget it. So you just play, some guy, you play 5 deep, bunch of guys on the sidelines, just tackle them in bounds. That's it. I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah, well, yeah, but by the time you get to that play, then the play call, then the defense they put on the field is absurd because the Dolphins had to go 71 yards, so we're basically assuming an 81-yard pass. Is there anyone in the league that could even throw an 81-yard ball into the end zone? So they put Gronk in there, thinking he's going to knock it down, I guess, and instead
scary,
he basically
man.
becomes.
He
becomes an extra spectator on the field.
scary bad call.
Instead of putting in a real safety or some defensive back there, they put in Gronk in a situation where he's not going to be needed. If he is needed in any situation there, it's to tackle. It's not to knock anything down. And now you have a guy, 6'7", 280-pound guy that's really never tackled anyone in his life, trying to be the last line of defense to tackle a guy who's, running like a 4.40 into the end zone. So yeah, it just every single thing that could have gone wrong with the Patriots went wrong in those final 20 seconds.
Now I don't know how they do these analysis. They give you like a percentage of winning from that point because there's always a human factor. But 99, even in that spot, 99.9 seems a bit ridiculous. And they said it on 5 different telecasts. I mean, 99.9 should be when the guy's kneeling. You know what I mean? Like when the guy's kneeling, he could drop. It's almost like, like a lottery, 99.9% chance. That wasn't it. Maybe it was like a 98-point chance.
No, it was 99.9. I think it was every bit of 99.9.
Wow.
They, no, 98% implies there's a 1 in 50 chance. That was a lottery moment. That was a Joe Pisarcik, once in a generation loss.
Indian. That was like one of those Indian lotteries because I found out why they have that little red dot on their forehead because that's really a scratch off. Like if you scratch that off and you guess and it's the right number, you win a 7-Eleven in Southern California. You didn't know that, right?
Never heard that before.
Really? But anyway, yeah. So it was a complete. I don't know. It's just a bad play. Whoever had the Patriots on the money line. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a bad beat.
Guys.
No, it's not like that was the only blunder for them. They squandered a possession. I guess it was at the end of the first half where they mismanaged the timeouts and couldn't kick a field goal because they couldn't stop the clock and missed an extra point, missed a 42-yard field goal. So they left a lot of points on the field before we even got to that point.
All right,
you're right. I forgot about that. Yep.
Any more besides what was the issue in the Denver game? They say that was a banana play by the coach.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't end up mattering, but so the guy, I assume it was what's his name, the Southern Miss.
Nick Mullins.
Yeah, Nick Mullins. Right. Yeah, he basically. The coach told him to take a knee, but it's assumed that he actually uses the entire play clock and takes the knee, uses the maximum amount of time. He was kind of a quick draw McGraw on the taking a knee. He took the knee so quickly and enthusiastically, he left an extra 4 seconds on the clock. Turns out it didn't matter, but it's not that often that you see guys take a knee and then end up having to punt. But
wow.
No, they didn't punt. They turned it over on downs, right? Didn't they turn it over on downs?
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
he not only was he snapping the ball with 4 or 5 seconds on the play clock on second, third, and fourth downs, but then he took an immediate knee rather than maybe taking a few steps back, wasting a few more seconds, and they ended up giving Denver the same situation as the Dolphins. Of course, the Dolphins once in a 1,000-time thing, and Denver didn't convert, but they had no business even getting a chance.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, these are mistakes at the NFL level. You would have thought that those are some of like college football blunders. But guys,
for sure.
You guys were off the charts with your picks on Sunday. I mean,
there was
Frank, you were.
I sucked. I mean, I went 3-2 and I lost with Philly.
3-2, but that Philly one comes in. They should have been 4-1. But it was only that Mark Sanchez pick that both me and Brian were like, Frank, you may want to reconsider this one pick.
You guys were laughing at me, and as soon as Sanchez right there from his end zone threw that one pick right to the Giant guy, it was a little deflected. The first thing that rang through my mind was when Brian said that there's 2 words about the Washington Redskins. Mark Sanchez. I said, oh, man, I couldn't get a refund. I tried to get a refund. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Dang.
That was one for the ages. And, of course, Mike Tomlin can't be on a weekend full of coaching blunders. Mike Tomlin's got to put his name out there. There's no way he's going to let a bunch of blunders go unmatched.
I mean, he's going to be in the trifecta no matter what. Even if there's 3 bad coaching decisions on Sunday, he's in the trifecta regardless.
Yeah,
it's amazing how it always seems to happen with this guy. He, yeah. So I mean, there's a few things. I guess, after the game was over, I guess he told the media that Roethlisberger had been healthy enough to come back into the game, but he didn't want to disrupt the nice flow that the offense had going by bringing Roethlisberger back in, and then. But the real killer was the complete mismanagement of timeouts. He should have, if he'd used his timeouts correctly on defense, he should have had. What would he have had? Rick, about a minute 20 when they got the ball there.
Probably closer to a minute, to a minute 10. But instead of having 21 seconds, he, for whatever reason, he wouldn't use his timeouts on when the Raiders ran the ball into the line of scrimmage, and he played right into their hands. And yeah, well, the rest is history. We saw what happened. They had that miracle play just to even get in position, and then the field goal. Of course, he lost his footing.
Well, guys, we'll be right back. Keep some good thoughts because we're going to give out some talk you can bet on. Fifth Street Sports. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the sports talk host that can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball. But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. 1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
Guys, we're back. Fifth Street Sports. Well, during the break, I got a call from the boss. He said he was going to dock my pay for making, that red dot comment. So my apologies for that. I'll try to keep it down. Just try to make a little bit of humor once in a while. But there's way too much sensitivity now on anything. You know what I mean? Everybody gets a trophy. Nobody can say nothing wrong. But we'll be back with Mr. Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. You guys, let's finish up on some of these coaching mistakes here.
Let's see here. Where can we go next? I don't know if it was a coaching mistake, but the Chiefs game had two of the craziest highlights I think I've seen all year, both made by Pat Mahomes. You know, they had the insane 4th and long play that Mahomes throws back across his body. I don't know. It's like a video game play. Maybe I've only seen that in a game a couple times in my life. And then the craziest part of the day, I thought, well, did you guys see the Pat Mahomes no look pass?
Oh yeah.
I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one.
That was probably the coolest thing I've ever seen, and also the most unnecessary thing I've ever seen. But it'll be played for many years to come. So because of that, it probably was worthwhile.
That's what I was thinking. Like, do you get extra points for doing that? But basically, Nick, Frank, here's what happens. Pat Mahomes looks to his right and throws to his left. It looked like a Steph Curry basketball pass, and he didn't just like casually, throw it, to a running back 5 feet away. It was like a good 10-yard pass with a lot of mustard on it.
No, it was a good 15 to 20-yard pass. It was a rocket too. It wasn't just like a little lob pass. It was. I mean, he threw it on a line, to I don't remember who caught it, but I mean, it was as perfect a pass as you can make if you're throwing 20 yards downfield to a guy, cutting, kind of near the left sideline. So it wasn't even like it was more toward the left than it was to the middle. He just flinged it like sidearm, looking right, throwing left, and there's a perfect pass like right in the hands of the receiver in stride.
He's phenomenal. I think between him and Baker Mayfield, we're starting to witness two quarterbacks that are going to be very awesome the rest of their career if nothing happens to them,
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot of others in this current generation, but those two are off the charts. I agree. Those guys are going to be going head to head
off the charts
for years. And can you believe they were actually they were teammates for at least a year or two at Texas Tech, I guess, right?
Yeah. They were that whole they had like 4 quarterbacks, right? They had Brewer from Virginia Tech was there, and they also had Davis Webb was there.
Davis Webb, yeah, insane.
Yeah, all these guys are there at one time.
Boy, that
What was the story with Baker Mayfield, Brian? Brian had a great story about Baker Mayfield, why he was at Tech. I can't remember the whole. It was something to do with he was challenged or something.
Yeah,
it was a high school.
So Baker Mayfield is from Austin. He went to Lake Travis High School, which is one of the real great high school football programs in all of America. Michael Brewer was, I guess, 1 or 2 years ahead of Baker and had been the starter in high school. I think maybe just 1 year. Baker always thought he was the better quarterback. And the thing is, Brewer's family has like a really big name at that high school. I think his father had coached there. Maybe his father had played there. He had uncles that had played. And so Brewer was kind of like the pedigree name at that school. And Baker always thought that he was that he should have earned that job in high school. And so I guess Baker didn't get to start until his senior year. Whereas I think in his mind, he should have been starting the whole time in high school. So basically, Mayfield has a few offers. I think he gets an offer to Washington State and a couple others, minor, Division 1A offers. And I think he had gone really deep into the baseball season, which had prevented him from taking a lot of recruiting trips. And so basically, at some point, he just decides his family can afford for him to go anywhere. He gets a walk-on invitation at Texas Tech. And knowing that Brewer's there, I think the guy's just insanely competitive, wants to go basically stalk this guy that he thinks he should have been playing in front of in high school. And he had a friend that was a receiver also at Tech, but a big part of the decision was just kind of wanting to prove to everyone that he was the better quarterback. So he goes to Texas Tech as a walk-on. Brewer actually gets hurt during the either spring training or early fall practice. And Mayfield ends up starting their first game against SMU, I believe it was. It was one of the first time in the history of modern football that a that a freshman walk-on, that a non-scholarship freshman actually wins the starting job at a at a Division I school, and the rest is history. He ends up, if that's not difficult enough, ends up getting the Tech starting job, but then gets injured and gets frustrated, decides he's going to transfer, and of all places, he decides to go to Oklahoma, and it's the year that Oklahoma has just beaten Alabama in the Sugar Bowl with a freshman quarterback. And I can't recall the name, but it's the Katy Perry.
Trevor Knight.
What is that guy's name? Trevor Knight. Yeah,
Trevor Knight.
Trevor Knight. Yeah, so Trevor Knight's coming back from his freshman year, having just slayed Alabama, thinking, "Wow, this guy's going to be around forever." And that's where Baker Mayfield decides that he wants to go to next. So moves out of his dorm, fills up his car with all of his possessions, and drives to Norman and announces that he's enrolling in school there and gonna try to walk on there. And again, ends up taking the starting job. So just an amazingly competitive personality and a hardworking guy. I think it's so unfair the way that so many people try to compare him to Johnny Manziel, because they really are so different. They're night and day in terms of their work ethic and intensity and commitment to winning. But yeah, crazy story.
What a phenomenal arm. Did you see some of those passes? 50, 60 yards downfield, pinpoint precision. I mean, really, he's going to be. Yeah. He's going to be I would vote right now. What if you made a line, Mayfield or Holmes? Yes, no, Hall of Fame. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet against either one of them. I mean, it's certainly early, but
really, well, you got to get it early, because if not, it starts becoming like a lock. Like, how about this? Like, do you guys think that Flacco's going to be in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Really? He's got.
I hope not.
What's he got? 2 Super Bowls or 1? He's got 2, right? Didn't he beat
just
the one where he beat the Niners?
Denver, right?
No,
Denver's their same conference.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I've been thinking. You're right.
Yeah, he beat the Niners because it was the 2 brothers on the sidelines. But then, he wasn't the quarterback when they beat the Giants.
The Giants?
No,
that was Trent Dilfer. That was back 18 years ago.
That was Trent Dilfer, right? You're right. That was Trent Dilfer's one.
So Flacco's got 1 Super Bowl, but if you look at his stats, I mean, he plays another year or 2. Doesn't he got some of those automatic stats like 3,000 hits, 500 homers, like that?
Boy, he seems like a. I think that sounds like a big stretch for the Hall of Fame. I wonder, will he ever start a game again? I guess he's young enough that he can go somewhere else if Lamar Jackson.
Well,
takes that job.
Now, will Eli make the Hall of Fame? You think?
That's a good question.
I think that one's. Because he's got the 2 Super Bowl rings.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I still think he does, though. Yeah.
You do?
I do.
Now,
plus, he's got the Manning name.
Right, but who's got the? So let's see the questionable ones. Like, we know the locks are Roethlisberger and Brady and Breeze and Rivers. Those are all going to be locks. So who do you think right now that's kind of deep into their career, that's on the fence, like Flacco and Eli? And if you think about it, is there
Russell Wilson? I think Russell Wilson would probably be a Hall of Famer. When all said and done,
I think he'll get there.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, that's strange, because the Football Hall of Fame is kind of a little bit diluted, but now baseball.
Yeah, they tend to put more players than they should in the Football Hall of Fame. The baseball one's the one that's really hard to make. So these guys wouldn't make it in baseball, but I think they're going to all make it in football for the most part. Even Flacco.
I like Brian's though. I like the steroid. What is it, Brian? The steroid Hall of Fame.
I want to start a steroid Hall of Fame. I want to I want to make a Hall of Fame for steroid users and induct them without their consent. We'll just have a induction ceremony.
Who would be the greatest player in the steroid Hall of Fame? It's got to be Bonds, right?
Bonds. Oh, for sure. No, I don't think there's anyone that close. But Roger Clemens for a pitcher.
Right.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but of all sports, I think you got to consider Lance Armstrong, right?
No,
we're talking about all sports. I was just thinking
no,
about
baseball. We're just talking about baseball. So it would be Bonds for hitting, and then you would have Clemens for pitching, and then obviously, like your top contenders are going to be Sammy Sosa, McGuire, Rafael.
A-Rod will be in there.
Now, let me ask you guys.
Generation.
Like if you guys were on the voting panel, do you give out extra votes if they lied about it and got caught? Like, do they get extra credit for making it?
Yeah, no, that's extra points, absolutely.
Right. So if they lie about it and got caught, that helps their chances of getting in, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So Rafael Palmeiro.
It's almost a requirement. If you admit it, I don't think I want you in my Hall of Fame. You have to deny it. Hey, speaking of Lance Armstrong, did you see? So there was some kind of equity fund that he invested into Uber, and it now looks like he's made like over $100 million as a indirect investor, early investor in Uber.
Guys, good. Let's hold that thought. We'll be right back. Fifth Street Sports. Got to take a small time out here for about 3 minutes. We'll be back. We're going to give out some picks and a couple more really interesting things that we got on in the hopper for you.
Attention business owners. Now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for their business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. That's 800-957-6063.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
Guys, it's Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio Network. And we're coming up to the point where this is talk you can bet on. That's our motto. Don't forget the Fifth Street Advantage. What we're going to start doing over here is we're going to hold back a few releases because we want you guys to get on the Fifth Street Advantage. But we're going to give you some of our real good stuff from Florida Rick and Oklahoma Brian. But go to our website, sign up for the Fifth Street Advantage, and you get all the plays. We got really sharp stuff. This week, Brian, really 5-0 in the contest. Florida Rick 4-0, needing Seattle tonight. I went 3-2. Should have maybe went 4-1. I mean, that just, and you know what I was thinking, Brian. Isn't it a good thing, when you guys do this well and you make this kind of money over the weekend, that when you do it in the NFL, you don't seem to lose your outs. You know what I mean? They don't kick you out for winning in the NFL.
Yeah, it's not like betting women's basketball and going 5-0, where
right.
people think that you broke into their house and robbed them of. Actually, it's getting that way with college basketball. Have you noticed? A lot of books now are taking really low. We talk about this every year, but this is probably the worst year I've seen. I've seen a lot of local books are really cutting down limits on college basketball this year, which is scary because I still have a hard time winning college basketball.
You know what? But that would give me like if I was in Costa Rica or Curacao and I was running a book right now with all these other books shying away and taking like low limits and not wanting to get involved with college basketball. What if you dedicated 5 or 6 of your sharpest guys, each gave them a conference or two and said, we really want you to do all the homework, really focused. I want players. And you were the one to come out there and just say, I'm going to put up a real line and take big limits. You'd get all the action.
I wouldn't, with no offense to anybody working at sports books in Costa Rica or anywhere else. There's no way you could find a guy on your staff that you could pay enough money to compete with the elite bettors. I mean, if I'm going to pay someone extra money, I'm going to pay them extra money to maybe move our lines more efficiently and not fall asleep on lines and making sure that we don't have sleeping lines out. But I don't think I want anyone trying to set traps or attract one-way action intentionally.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. You guys talk. We can bet on what do we got today in the NBA or on the ice? Rick?
Well, I have a couple of NBA plays there's a couple NBA plays I like. A couple more, I guess, we're going to give out under the advantage. But the first play that stands out to me is Game 5-13, New Orleans. 4.5, getting plus 4.5 at Boston. Looks like Boston tonight is sitting Hayward, Horford, and Kyrie Irving. Anthony Davis is questionable, but is likely to play. You know what we always say here? Usually, when teams have that game where everyone sits out, it's actually you want to take that team in the first game because they tend to play better. But in those situations, we're always usually talking about a dog getting 9, 10, 11 points. Now all of a sudden talking about a team who's missing, 3 of their best 4 or 5 players, and they're a favorite. So I think this is a whole different situation, and I expect New Orleans to, be in this game and, good chance win this game. And the fact you're getting 4.5 points, I think here is a steal. So I like New Orleans getting 4.5, and I also like Game 5-25, Memphis getting 2 at Denver. Denver seems to be banged up. They lost a couple tough East Coast games. The last couple of games out, they haven't even been that competitive, and now they're coming home. The first game home after a long East or West Coast road trip. You usually have a struggle, especially in the first half. So I like Game 5-25, Memphis getting 2 at Denver as well.
So there you go, guys. There's 2 NBA picks by Rick. Remember, this is these are the ones that we actually put on the Fifth Street Advantage, but we can't put them all out here because then you guys would never sign up. But so don't think that we're just giving you out these are just as strong as everything we give out on the Advantage. In fact, we'll put these out on there. But go to our website, sign up for the Fifth Street Advantage, and you're going to get the rest of the stuff. Brian, what about you? You got anything on the cold surface there?
I'm going to go to college basketball tonight. I believe this is a derby. Hofstra, Manhattan. Would you call that? It's kind of like a metropolitan derby. I'm going to go with a play that is from a good source. This guy's been red hot, and I tend to agree with the play. It's Manhattan getting 7 against Hofstra. Like the play?
I love it because, my wife's cousin, Masiello, is the coach. He used to be with Rick Pitino. He's in Manhattan. I love that play. I can't believe you picked it out. The Jaspers tonight. Yeah. Jaspers all the way.
Jaspers tonight. Yeah, this is too many points. I know they haven't been playing well, and Hofstra's been playing well, but this is 7 points goes a long way in this game, and I think this is the second game in 3 days for Hofstra as well. Whereas I think Manhattan hasn't played since like Tuesday or Wednesday of last week.
Beautiful. There we go. So now we got Manhattan. Don't give it all out, guys. I mean, don't don't put all your money like right over there, and then we got nothing left for the date. So we're gonna give out.
That's right.
And then
hey, I was gonna ask you, Frank. It's been a while since we talked about this, but I know early in the year we had a guest that gave out a bunch of prop bets, and I believe you played a few of those. Did you actually end up betting Mahomes to win the passing title this year?
I did. That was NCAA Ron that we had on the show, and he was so adamant about Mahomes. The most passing yards was 36-1 at Chris. Then I think it was Tyreek Hill, and then but see, I bet Luck too. He gave out 4, Luck and Mahomes, so for the most yards, and then Hill and Hilton for the most receiving yards. I bet all 4 of them. I bet all 4.
Where do they stand in the receiving? I know what the passing yards looks like. 'Cause I was just looking at that this morning. Where does Hill rank on the
I'm gonna
receiving?
look this up because I didn't want to sweat this too much, but I know that I'm drawing live for 30 and 40-1 shots that this guy gave out. That's how strong he is.
Well, I can tell you on the passing angle, you're about 300. You have about a 300-yard lead over Roethlisberger. The only thing that stinks for you though is the fact that the Patriots lost, Houston lost, and of course Kansas City continues to win. I think you've got a really strong possibility of having Mahomes sit that last week, which is.
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to this Thursday night. If the Chiefs win this Thursday night, they're now 2 up on the Chargers, and they have the tiebreaker. Yeah. So that's a long way. If they lose, now they're all of a sudden they're tied and they've split the season series. So that's such a huge game for you. For that,
well, here's
so you're better off having the Chiefs lose. You need you really need the Chiefs to lose on Thursday night.
I do. Here's how it stands though right now. Like Patrick Mahomes has 4,300 yards. Roethlisberger has 42-27, so it's got a 73-yard lead there. Then the next one is Matt Ryan. Okay. Matt Ryan at 4076, so he's got 224 yards. But this Ryan, boy, he's going to have a lot of garbage yards. But then in 5th place, I got Andrew Luck coming up from the rear. So then you got Goff, Jay Goff. He's got 39-34. Yeah, but I can't give up one full game because that's 300 yards, So you're right.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the receiving, guys. See how I'm drawing in the receiving thing here. Okay, I got this guy was really right on this run on these selections. Receiving yards. Boy, here we go. All right, receiving yards. Let's go right here. Okay, and bingo. All right. Wow, Tyreek Hill he's in 2nd, and where's the other guy? Oh, that's not good news.
Who's leading the league in receiving yards?
Jay Jones, a wide receiver. He's got
Jones.
14-29.
Sure.
So there.
On the Roethlisberger angle though, so I'm not looking at the standings right now, but I believe there's a good chance Pittsburgh, especially if they lose to the Patriots, I guess it's not this week, but the following week. They will pretty much eliminate themselves from being in contention for a bye. So you actually could still end up getting Roethlisberger sitting week 17 if Pittsburgh is stuck in that
right.
3 versus 4 position.
Speaking of teams in contention, boy, your Brownies were just like one of the games that they. Imagine one of the games that they blew this year. If they'd really be in actual contention for that. Your Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I know.
No, they would. They could have just won that game or even the Steelers game.
They really could. So now they've got 5 wins. You bet the over 5.5. So now essentially they got to hit a 3-team parlay to beat you, right? They've got to lose 3 in a row.
They got to lose 3 in a row, and one of those games is home against the Bengals, which I don't think they're going to lose that game. Other 2 are tough though. I believe they're at Denver this week, and week 17 they're at Baltimore.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Boy, it's amazing how
they can beat Denver.
Sure they can, but it's amazing how.
I agree.
Like, did you ever think that you would be talking about the Browns? That you're saying like, oh, they got an easy one against the Bengals. Like the Browns, Browns have an easy one. What's the chances of that? You know what I mean?
Speaking of easy ones, if Seattle wins tonight, and I know they're not officially in, but they pretty much have to think that they've punched their ticket to the playoffs. I would think, huh?
Yeah.
With Carolina losing this week, Washington losing in Philadelphia.
They'd be so far up on everyone else. They'd pretty much just have to win one of the remaining 3 games, and they'd be assured to be in.
Yeah.
So, but same goes for Minnesota tonight. It's such a huge game tonight.
I was going to say, yeah, but Minnesota would still have some work to do, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're a half game, I guess, behind Seattle right now because they have that tie, so they'd be a half game in front of them. But as it stands right now, they'd be the last 2 teams. They'd be the 2 wild card teams. So
wow.
Yeah,
where do you see yourself on this game?
Me personally, or Frank?
Yeah,
me. I'm gonna go with Rick in Seattle. Everybody, there's too much money on Minnesota. What's the public there on Minnesota, Rick? It's got to be heavy public action on them, right?
No, it's actually about 2-1 in Seattle. The public action.
Yeah,
the public is. It was lower going into today. I guess game day now. Everyone's starting to make their bets, and I guess the public is starting to come in more on the favorite, which I hate to see, but I guess you kind of have to expect the public's going to be more on the favorite on a Monday night game. I mean, it's Seattle at home too. Boy, it's hard going against them at home.
Yeah, it
seems like a low line. And there's no real new injuries here. So, I mean, I know it's kind of going to be played like a playoff game, but I still like Seattle. I don't think they're going to blow them out, but I like the fact that you're only giving 3 points at home, and I expect this to be a tough game, but I expect Seattle to get the job done and by 7, 10 points, something like that.
What did you say the public percent was?
It was 67%, 2-1.
Yikes!
That stinks.
That sucks. You know what I was going to tell you though, and then we can start it now. Maybe finish it on the last segment. Who do you think? You know how that NFL momentum after week 12, after week 12, when you see the teams gelling, even that's okay. Yeah, we just got a minute, so maybe we can't get too deep into this. But right now, would you think that the momentum, as far as playing and the way they're coming onto their own right now, would be like the Bears and the Cowboys?
Absolutely, yeah. Those are probably
Bears, Cowboys, and then you could also say Houston. I'd
still say Houston. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then who do you think is like kind of starting to like? They just took an 8 count. You're starting to find cracks. I would say the Rams. I would say the Rams.
I mean, that was just one game in cold weather. I mean, we kind of expected in cold weather off not to perform the same. So
I would say it's the Patriots, but I've been saying
hold that thought, guys.
You just said this before they started.
Obviously.
Hold that thought. We got to take a timeout. Fifth Street Sports back in just a few.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252. Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
Guys, Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network, also the American Forces Network. This is our little few minutes we have left to wrap up the show, and I want to make you aware of our Fifth Street Advantage if you go to our website. But guys, let's get back to, we were talking about who's hot at the right time and then who's getting real chilly. Like we know right now there's a big freeze in Carolina. What do you think about these Indianapolis Colts? I was just looking at the thing. They can sneak into these playoffs.
We're talking about hot teams. If you ignore the loss at Jacksonville, they lost 6-0 2 weeks or the previous week, not this week, but 2 weeks ago at Jacksonville, then that all of a sudden becomes one of your really hot teams. And I don't know if you watched the game or looked at the box score. That was a really crazy game. They had multiple fourth in inches situations, and I think they tried to go for it a couple of times, didn't make it, and they put a bad game. There's no excuse for it, but they also caught a lot of really bad breaks. Probably should have won the game. But yeah, I think Indianapolis is I think when that offense is running, it's kind of like a poor man's Chiefs. Well, a really poor man's Chiefs. But yeah, that's a team that I fear a little bit. And remember, we had a guest. We had that Watts come in early in the year. He touted the Colts as being his sleeper team this year, and I kind of like them a little.
Yeah, no.
Last week in our contest.
But just look at this NFC. If I would have told you at the beginning of the year, what kind of odds could I have gotten if I said to you, the Eagles don't make the playoffs, Falcons don't make the playoffs, Packers don't make the playoffs, Vikings don't make the playoffs? If I said to you, I'm going to keep all 4 of them out of the playoff, I could have got pretty good dough on that, right?
You wouldn't be doing the show right now.
No, you guys, I'm not like that. I'm not like those guys that for that, the next thing you know, like they forget the little people. I don't do that. But it's a wild and wacky season in the NFL. Let's hope we have a good night tonight. Thanks for Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick. Thank you guys and everybody for listening and watching. We appreciate you and we thank you. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a great and safe day and root for those Vikings from Fifth Street Advantage. Thank you.